Good afternoon. How's everybody doing? For those of you who may not know me, my name is Renarda Joy, and I am on a mission for the next 30 days to give you tools, tips, and insight for those of you who are new to real estate investing. Now, my mission is to shrink the intergenerational wealth gap through real estate investing, and I want to use this platform to sound the alarm. Now, if you've missed any of our conversations, I invite you to go back and watch some of those conversations as we are approaching day 9 today. If you've gotten any value or if you have any questions, feel free to leave the comments. I would love to come back and read them. Now, you guys who have been following me, you know before I get started on today's conversation, I always want to know who's here, where you from, and if you've gotten any value so far, I want to hear from you as well. Now, today's conversation is all about questions that you should ask yourself before you start your real estate journey. There's a lot of questions, but I just want to go over a couple. The first question that most people always should know, and normally they do want to know, is how much should I invest? You know, it does take money to make money. Whether it's going to be a large amount or a small amount, you're going to have to come up with some money. I always suggest you start small. And I usually tell my clients, never invest your entire savings into a portfolio. That's not smart. But what you should do, and you guys have heard me say it over and over and over, you should speak with a financial advisor, somebody who can sit down and help you design a roadmap of how to save towards your investment property, right? How is your money going to work for you later? And you also have to consider, how much money can you tie up? Remember yesterday we were talking about, if you have a tenant that doesn't pay you rent, you can't call your mortgage company to say, hey, my tenant didn't pay me. You're going to have to cover that. And let's say you've now surpassed the amount that you've set aside. Well, you still have to pay the difference. So you have to figure out, do you have money that you can actually have tied up into real estate? Again, I don't tell you these things to scare you. I just want you to be informed. The next question that you should ask is, how risky are you? Are you more risk adverse or risk tolerant? You really have to figure out what your comfort level is rather. Are you a risk taker? Do you like taking chances? Like, sit down and really think about that. The third question that you should ask yourself is, how do you want your future financial plan to look like, right? Like, are you trying to get the highest return in the shortest amount of time? If so, real estate may not be the best journey for you, because real estate is best played when you have a long-term game, right? Slow and steady wins the race. So keep that in mind. The fourth thing is, do you have what it takes? Meaning, are you fortified for this? Meaning, are you able to pay attention to details? Are you good at administrative tasks? And even if you are outsourcing this to a property management, you still should understand this, because remember, having a real estate portfolio means this is not a hobby. You have a business, and you should know how you want your business to be conducted, whether you're doing it yourself or if you're outsourcing it. And the last question is, how much time should it take? Now, I will tell you this, as a beginner investor, it's going to take a lot of time, because you're going to be doing a lot of researching. You're going to be doing a lot of due diligence. There's a learning curve. So expect that. There's going to be a lot of emails, a lot of interfacing with contractors, tenants, your realtor, just different people on your dream team. So just be prepared for that. Be organized, have time management skills. Just think about what's realistic for you. Do you want to do it every Wednesday for 2 hours, or if it's every Sunday? Those are questions that you will figure out, and you may change as you go along, which is fine as well. So I hope that this is giving you some sort of value, some questions that you should think about before you move forward. And again, if you still want to move forward after these questions, congratulations, you're ready to keep going, right? You're ready to keep exploring these new uncharted territories of becoming a real estate investor. Now, if you've gotten any value, or if you have any questions, please feel free to leave that in the comments. And if you're watching this outside of my business Facebook page, I invite you to come and join me at renardajoylive.com. That's renardajoylive.com. Now, I don't want you to join for the likes. I really want you to join me so that you can get the notifications, so you can get updated, and so that you can help me shrink the intergenerational wealth gap. Now, as promised, I want to honor your time. I only want to be here for a few minutes each and every day. So I will see you here at the same time tomorrow, 6 p.m. EST. Have a good night.